All right. Welcome to your very first steel mace workout of this program. Yes. So we are working our closed hip conditioning today and also arm endurance and arm strength. We'll always again start with a warm-up, a learn it round, circuiting the movements. Today we'll be circuiting for 45 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest, and we'll repeat the exercises 3 times through. This requires commitment and focus and sticking with it all the way through. I promise it will get easier over time. We'll start slow and always feel free to adapt and go at different speeds than I am moving at. All right, let's get started. Let's start at the front of your mat. And we'll take a few moments to settle in to our breath, into our feet. You can close your eyes or keep them open. Taking a few breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just taking a little bit of time to tune into your physical body. How are you feeling in your body today? Your emotional body, so where are your emotions at today? Your mental body, so how's your mind? Is it being able to focus? Is it darting from place to place? We're just noticing, where are we starting at today? And then our little more subtle body, our energetic body. So how's the energy within our bodies today? If there's something, tension or emotional tension or mental tension happening in your life right now, we can set an intention to move through that and change our energy throughout this first session of ours. So starting to bring awareness to any emotions or thoughts that you would like to move through today. Anything you'd like to transform. We can intend on using this movement to really transform both energetically, emotionally, physically. All right, and let's begin. We'll start with a little bit of a neck warm-up. So you can place your hands on your chest, and we'll be inhaling as we slide that neck forward and sliding it back. A few neck slides forward and back, mobilizing the neck. Nice, and then we'll slide that neck side to side. So like you're inside of a frame, you'll slide your ear side to side. Always nice to work on some neck mobility. Many of us are sitting a long time throughout the day, so doing these neck movements to get our neck and our cervical spine back into alignment can really help us. Awesome. And then from here, letting the arms down, we'll let the neck fall to one side, bending the knees, reaching the head up, and other way. Back and forth a few times. Nice. Awesome. Making our way back to center. Let's inhale as we reach one arm up towards the sky, reaching those fingertips back behind us and on forward. Big shoulder circles. If at any point any of this range of motion is painful on your shoulder, just move to the point right before you feel the pain and then reverse the direction. So we never want to move into pain. And we're all different places in our bodies. So let's say it hurts to lift your arm this high. You can lift it here and then reach it back. Starting to mobilize the shoulder. Let's switch arms, reaching forward, up, back, down, and repeat. You can find a small rotation with the spine, even looking at your fingers as you reach behind you. Great. All right, from here, let's reach our wrists towards the sky, towards the floor. You can start to bend the knees and straighten, warming up the wrists. Great. Nice. And then last warm up for the arms and shoulders. We'll take thumbs up, reaching thumbs away, breathing in. You can expand in the chest. As you exhale, we'll point the thumbs towards our heart, then forward and repeat. You can even involve the spine as you inhale, reaching the heart forward as you exhale and push, rounding the spine back. Just starting to sense and feel what's happening in the body today. Let's do the same movement, but reversing the direction. So now we're pointing the thumbs towards the heart, away from the body so they're facing back, and then spinning them to point together and repeat. Great. All right, setting down those arms. Let's bend the knees, reaching towards the sky. We'll take a breath here in chair pose. As we exhale, we can fold it forward. Let's inhale, reaching our spines, halfway lift. Whenever we do this, you can either have your hands on the floor or on your shins, and we're pushing into the shins, reaching the head forward, trying to have a nice, long, neutral spine. And then exhale as we fold it forward. Let's inhale, reaching halfway lift. And then stepping back with the left foot, we'll drop the back knee, reaching forward and up, low lunge. As you exhale, draw the shoulder blades together, elbows apart, and we'll slide the elbows down towards the ribs as we shift the hips forward, reaching back on up as we inhale. Let's do a few shoulder slides in this low lunge position, warming up our hip flexor for that lunge stance later on. Nice. One more here. And then we can place our hands onto the mat, sliding the right foot back behind, pushing back to a child's pose for a few breaths. Nice. And then we'll step forward with the left foot reaching tall with the arms, same movement on the other side. So the reason for this warm-up and priming section is to start to prepare not only the joints and the muscles for the movement patterns that we'll be doing, but also for our body's nervous system. So we're just saying, hey body, I'm about to condition you and move you in these different patterns. I need you to be on board here with me and know that I'm not going to hurt you, but we're safe and we're warming up, committing to doing good for ourselves. Awesome. Let's reach the hands towards the floor. We'll slide that left leg on back. Let's prime the core today. So we'll make our way onto our backs. You've already learned the 4 main players of the deep inner core. So let's turn those on. Pelvic floor lifts up, transverse engages, obliques on the side body turn on, and paraspinals in the back body turn on. We'll lift the shins towards the sky and do some toe taps. So inhaling as we pause, making sure the shins are parallel to the sky. As you exhale, we'll lower one toe to the mat and then lifting it back up. Let's do the other side. Keeping all those four main players drawn in, keeping that low curve on the low back off of the floor. Just telling our core and our body, hey, here's how we engage. We're trying to begin to learn how to fully engage this deeper musculature of our body, protecting our spine, helping us move more efficiently and fully. A few more like so. Great. And rest. You can knock those knees left and right a few times. Great. All right, let's make our way on up. All right, so working into our work with the mace. Let's go ahead and get to know our steel mace here. So you either have a 5 or a 7 pound in your hand, either will do. This ball and the weight on the top is called the globe, so that's what I'll refer to. The middle of the mace, we're calling mid grip, and this is our handle at the very end. All right, so let's warm up with the mace here. A couple other terms that I wanted to introduce now are how do we encourage torque in the body? So that means two muscles are gently twisting to create torque within the body, and torque creates more efficiency in movement, more mobile joints, and it's just an excellent way to train in our functional movement throughout our lives. So how we can use the mace for this. At certain times as you're gripping the handle, one hand can be faced towards the sky, the other towards the floor. Now try squeezing the mace together without sliding your hands. And you'll feel the front of the chest turns on, also the backs of the shoulders. So crush is what I'm calling this, crushing the mace. And then do the reverse. Try to pull the mace apart. Pull, pull, pull away with both hands. This we're referring to as ripping. Rip the mace and then crush the mace. Rip the mace and crush the mace. Nice. So that's, I'll be cueing that throughout our sessions just so that you know what I'm referring to. Hands, let's come in the middle globe underneath our chin. Drawing the shoulder blades together, feeling nice and tall in this nice mountain pose. As you exhale, let's rotate the mace out to the side. You can look at the globe. Breath here, we'll come back to center. Switching sides. Now, whenever we're traveling with the mace, a lot of the time we'll slightly reach the globe gently towards us, so we feel the weight on the inside of our hand, right on top of that thumb area, the inside of the thumb. This just helps us control the weight a little bit more, a little less floppy. So it's just having a slight tilt towards your face. Awesome. Let's reach it back to center. Now we'll come here, this is called order position. Elbow is in at the ribs, forearm is parallel to the floor. Let the weight gently tilt towards your shoulder, and then we'll inhale as we lean that mace back behind our shoulder, pointing the handle towards the sky, and then exhaling as we draw it back to order. Let's do a few like this. And then we're checking in if you feel any pain in the shoulder, not going past the point of pain. And then you can start to utilize a little bit more force. Exhaling as you draw it a little more swiftly to order. Great, let's do a few on the other side. So same thing, finding order, elbow in at the rib. You're rolling shoulder up and down the back. And then again, we're trying to draw a straight line right over behind our shoulder. You might notice that at first it might be a little wobbly, so it might kind of jiggle around like so. We're just trying to stabilize the muscles in our shoulders. So over time, you'll start to notice that you gain more and more control with this movement pattern. Lastly, always important to utilize the breath. Let's do one more here. Awesome. Next movement pattern will bring the mace out to the side. Globe is in line with the shoulder. Forearm is pretty much parallel to the floor. Now, we'll reach the mace back behind our head like we're setting it directly into our backpack, right behind us, handles reaching towards the sky, and then bringing it back out to the side. Let's continue like so. And as you're reaching the globe back behind you, really let the weight lead the way. So like you're pouring a glass of water, the water pours, 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 and then it's emptied. Awesome. All right, let's switch sides. And again, making sure that you don't feel any pain in this movement. If you do, you can revert back to this movement pattern. All right. Last note on cueing with this side to side is imagining that you're in between two planes of glass, one in the front, one in the back, and you're trying to keep in between those two planes of glass without touching the back wall or the front wall in front of you. So sticking in this horizontal plane. Amazing. Whew. All right, hopefully that's feeling good. Thumbs up that that's feeling good in your body. We will drop down to one knee. All right, if that was not feeling good in your body, you'll just stick with one motion rather than combining them. So now we'll start to learn our very first workout for this session. So we'll draw the mace into order position. We're here on one knee. These are called shield casts. So we'll be combining the frontward and sideways motion. Let's inhale as we reach it back behind. As you exhale, we'll turn the elbow, chicken wing out to the side, bringing it here. To come back to center, we'll inhale, reach it into the backpack, drawing the elbow forward, coming back to order. So that's the first exercise. We'll just nice and controlled, slowly bringing it back and forth. Shield casts for the shoulder. Amazing job. Definitely tiring. Amazing work. All right, let's switch sides. So halfway through, we'll switch sides as quickly as we can and repeat on this side. Always using your breath. And in this movement, we're trying to find nice controlled movement, letting the weight lead the way. So really training those stabilizer muscles in the shoulder girdle. Wonderful. All right, let's stand on up. We'll set the mace down, taking a breath in, and then letting it go. Let's shake it out. Let those shoulders bounce. Wonderful work. All right, this next one we're working, I'll show the lower body first. We're standing tall. We'll be stepping back with one leg, planting the foot all the way down at a 45-degree angle. Front knee is bent. So this is a warrior one stance in the yoga world. From here, we'll be shifting our torso forward, knitting up the rib cage, strong core. From here, then, we'll come back to stand and repeat, sliding back, leaning forward, and stepping back. Pretty simple. Eventually, as you slide back, you'll be combining the lean forward. With the feet, you're trying to spread the mat away from you here. Legs are nice and strong, sturdy stance. All right, let's add the mace. So kind of a different grip. We'll be gripping the mace close to the globe. So the handle is reaching forward. All right, we'll be starting here with the mace on our shoulder. We're going to work. All right, we'll breathe in. We'll slide it on back as we lean forward. The mace will come down like so, elbows to ribs, and then we'll be kicking back. Tricep turns on. As we step forward, we'll bring it back to our shoulder. Again, leaning forward, kicking back, and stepping back to center. So we're trying to find rhythm with our breath as well. So in these practices, we're inhaling through the nose and then through the mouth. And this is, eventually we'll be able to sustain movements over time with that breath. So also important part of the practice. Last one on this side, and then let's switch sides. Keep it going, same thing. With the other hand, you can place it on your hip. You should feel your tricep, the back of your upper arm, firing on as you kick back. Let's do one more here. Awesome. All right, setting the mace down. Let's take a breath in. And let it bounce, shaking out those arms. All right, so those are warrior one with a tricep kickback. All right, awesome. Let's now come down onto the floor. This is a body weight exercise for our arms, arm endurance. Here we go. So this is a quad press, a little bit different than a push-up. We'll be making a triangle or a diamond underneath our face. Elbows will come out to the sides. We'll be scooting our knees close to our elbows and our toes will be a little closer. So now our legs and arms are making a diamond. From here, try spreading the floor away from you with your hands and your knees, and then drawing the floor together with your hands and your knees. So you won't really see the hands and knees actually moving too much, but this is the motion we'll be using. All right, so as you inhale, let's lift. We'll be lifting the knees off the floor. As you exhale, we'll be pulling the floor away from us, lowering back down. Pushing into the floor, into the middle of the earth, and then slowly ripping the earth apart as we come back down. If this does not feel accessible to you, you can just do the arms, keeping the knees as they are. Exhale, pushing in. Inhale, ripping the floor apart as you lower the elbows. Really utilizing your exhale to push into the earth as you straighten the arms. Inhaling as you slide down. So choose either option. If you're lifting the knees, remember on the way down, the knees are reaching apart. On the way up, they're coming right underneath the hips. Awesome. Let's jump onto our feet and give it a rest. Those are definitely gonna work the arms a lot. We're strengthening our ability to find endurance in that pushing and pulling movement pattern. All right, let's breathe in. Let it go. Almost there, 2 more exercises. This next one is a classic steel mace exercise. It's called the uppercut lunge. So let's just learn the upper body first. Mace is here down by your sides. If you look at your thumbs, they'll be both facing each other. Knuckles are both down towards the floor. From here, we'll gently rip the mace apart. Our torso's facing forward. With this front hand, we'll be pulling it, pull, pull, pull backwards. And we pause here. Globe is right in front of the face. Looking at your elbows, see that you're about in a goalpost shape. And then bringing it back to the side. Let's do a few like that. Inhaling as you exhale. And repeat. You're finding a small crush as the mace is in front of your face. You can think about as if there were a tray right in front of you, right here, and you're trying to bop, knock something off of that tray. Let's switch sides so you can take the mace globe right in front of you, switching sides, same thing, inhaling and then exhaling. As you're here, really find that crush, check your elbows in alignment. This is a good one to watch yourself in the mirror if possible, so you can check your form. Awesome. This is an amazing one to begin to open our shoulders up, combating that rounded shoulder situation. Let's add on with the lunge. So if the mace is on my left-hand side, my right foot will be forward. I'm straightening the legs here. As I exhale, I am bending both knees, finding this lunge, keeping my head towards the sky. And repeat. Really important to find that breath. You can take it slow. Now it's a little bit of a balancing act here. One more. We'll step it to center, switch sides, stepping back with the opposite leg, and repeat. This one is a great one for starting to find that warrior-like focus. Empowering that warrior self here. Last one. Awesome. Woo. All right, let's set that mace down. We'll take a deep breath in. And then let it go. Wonderful work. Final exercise. We'll be utilizing for the lower body our classic squat. So with the squat, karate chop your hips, hiya, reaching them back, booty back. As you stand up, you'll engage the glutes, rise back to stand, hips are stacked over, heels, no need to go like this. Reaching back and then right back to stand, engaging the glutes at the top. Exhaling as you come back to stand. A lot of this program will be working on the glutes and that lower foundation of the core to enable our ability to stand up tall, engage the core so that we don't have lots of back pain and all sorts of other stuff over the years. All right, so with the upper body, we'll be taking the mace into order position, other hand, thumb towards the sky, grab a hold of the mace. There's about an inch in between your hands. You'll be bringing your front arm kind of in line with your breastbone area. As you inhale, let's reach the mace up and overhead. So you're reaching it behind that shoulder. As you can see, my upper arm is right above my head, and then drawing it back down. One thing to note is to not let the rib cage splay out here, but keeping everything tucked in. Last thing is you're finding a crushing it with the mace to engage our lats. All right, let's add in the squat. We'll squat down as you keep the arms in this position. Adding in that shield cast and repeat. If for whatever reason this cast does not feel good in your body right now, just stay here without the cast. And then let's switch sides. Same thing. Crushing, reaching. Nice and controlled. Awesome. All right, let's set that on down. Great, you've learned all the movements. In the next video, we will be circuiting each movement, 45 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest. Woo, you got this. Let's prepare. Breathing in, letting it go. Let's prepare for those shield casts. We'll set on down. Grabbing our hand in order, let's begin. We'll be doing 45 seconds on each side. Using your breath. Reaching in those two planes. We're halfway there. Let's keep it going. Amazing work. Let the weight lead the way. If you need, you can always hold closer up on the globe or lower down. Awesome work. Let's draw our knees together. We'll take a little break in between sides. You can shake out the hands. Shake out the shoulders. So this one isn't as much about getting our heart rate up, more about learning to utilize the stabilizer muscles in the shoulder. All right, let's prepare other side. Here we go. Up, out to the side, back into the backpack, and forward. Thinking about a long spine, core engaged. These can be nice and slow and controlled, trying to fight the wobble. And rest, yes. Let's make our way on up, setting our mace down, taking a breath in. Let it go. All right, so next we have our warrior one step backs with our tricep kickback, coming back to stand. We'll switch halfway through in between that 45-second round. Here we go. All right, hanging on to the mace, stepping back, kicking it back, control back onto the shoulder, and repeat. Switching sides, super quick. Switching to the other side, keep it moving. Kicking that mace back. Feel the triceps turning on. You can always adjust where your hand is. And rest. Easy enough. All right. Breathing in, let it go. All right, next we have those quad presses. Let's make our way down into a child's pose on the mat. Taking a breath here. Setting up, diamond under face, knees apart, elbows apart, pulling the floor away. Let's begin. You can work just with the upper body, or lower body can lift as well. Let's go. You can feel your force pushing into the center of the earth. Really use that breath. Commit to this. Energy out through the palms into the center of the earth. Give it to the earth. You got this. If you need to alternate between upper, that's just fine. Let's hop onto our feet and stand it tall. Yes. Breathing in, shaking it out. Awesome. All right. Next movement we have is our uppercut lunges. Keep taking that time to shake it off, lower the heart rate. Yes, let's begin. Here we go. Finding our stance and begin. Nice, fierce. Finding that ripping and crushing. Awesome. Switching sides. Quick switch. Keep it going. Checking the alignment of your elbows. Almost there. As you're straightening in that back leg, squeeze that glute. Stepping it together. Amazing job. Let's set the mace down. Taking a breath in, feeling your heart beating. And then shake it out. Last one. Taking our hands in this guard position, both thumbs facing towards the sky, crushing the mace here. All right, inhaling, lift, and squat, and repeat. Finding that nice long spine as you come to stand. Almost done on this side. Let's switch sides, switch the grip, keep it going. If your shoulders don't quite appreciate this shield cast yet, just stick with the squats. We're engaging the glutes as we stand. And rest. Woo, amazing job. You made it. Let's take a breath in. Prepare for that next round. Empowering yourself from the inside out. Let's go. All right. Making our way on down. Let's prepare for that first side. Let's go. 5 seconds on each side. Using your breath. Reaching in those 2 planes. We're halfway there. Let's keep it going. Amazing work. Let the weight lead the way. If you need, you can always hold closer up on the globe or lower down. Awesome work. Let's draw our knees together. We'll take a little break in between sides. You can shake out the hands. Shake out the shoulders. So this one isn't as much about getting our heart rate up, more about learning to utilize the stabilizer muscles in the shoulder. All right, let's prepare other side. Here we go. Up, out to the side, back into the backpack, and forward. Thinking about a long spine, core engaged. These can be nice and slow and controlled, trying to fight the wobble. And rest, yes. Let's make our way on up, setting our mace down, taking a breath in. Let it go. All right, so next we have our warrior one step backs with our tricep kickback, coming back to stand. We'll switch halfway through in between that 45-second round. Here we go. All right, hanging on to the mace, stepping back, kicking it back, control back onto the shoulder, and repeat. Switching sides, super quick. Switching to the other side, keep it moving. Kicking that mace back, feel the triceps turning on. You can always adjust where your hand is. And rest. Easy enough. All right. Breathing in, let it go. All right, next we have those quad presses. Let's make our way down into a child's pose on the mat. Taking a breath here. Setting up, diamond under face, knees apart, elbows apart, pulling the floor away. Let's begin. You can work just with the upper body, or lower body can lift as well. Let's go. You can feel your force pushing into the center of the earth. Really use that breath. Commit to this. Energy out through the palms into the center of the earth. Give it to the earth. You got this. If you need to alternate between upper, that's just fine. Let's hop onto our feet and stand it tall. Yes, breathing in, shaking it out. Awesome. All right, next movement we have is our uppercut lunges. Keep taking that time to shake it off, lower the heart rate. Yes, let's begin. Here we go. Finding our stance and begin. Nice, fierce. Finding that ripping and crushing. Awesome, switching sides, quick switch, keep it going. Checking the alignment of your elbows. Almost there. As you're straightening in that back leg, squeeze that glute. Stepping it together. Amazing job. Let's set the mace down. Taking a breath in, feeling your heart beating. And then shake it out. Last one. Taking our hands in this guard position, both thumbs facing towards the sky, crushing the mace here. All right, inhaling, lift, and squat, and repeat. Finding that nice long spine as you come to stand. Almost done on this side. Let's switch sides, switch the grip, keep it going. If your shoulders don't quite appreciate this shield cast yet, just stick with the squats. We're engaging the glutes as we stand. And rest. Woo, amazing job. You made it. Let's take a breath in. Prepare for that next round, empowering yourself from the inside out. Let's go. All right, making our way on down. Let's prepare for that first side. All right, final round here. Let's begin. Using your breath. Reaching in those two planes. We're halfway there. Let's keep it going. Amazing work. Let the weight lead the way. If you need, you can always hold closer up on the globe or lower down. Awesome work. Let's draw our knees together. We'll take a little break in between sides. You can shake out the hands, shake out the shoulders. So this one isn't as much about getting our heart rate up, more about learning to utilize the stabilizer muscles in the shoulder. All right, let's prepare. Other side. Here we go. Up, out to the side, back into the backpack, and forward. Thinking about a long spine, core engaged. These can be nice and slow and controlled. Trying to fight the wobble. And rest, yes. Let's make our way on up, setting our mace down, taking a breath in. Let it go. All right, so next we have our warrior one step backs with our tricep kickback, coming back to stand. We'll switch halfway through in between that 45-second round. Here we go. All right, hanging on to the mace, stepping back, kicking it back, control back onto the shoulder, and repeat. Switching sides, super quick, switching to the other side, keep it moving. Kicking that mace back, feel the triceps turning on. You can always adjust where your hand is. And rest. Easy enough. All right. Breathing in, let it go. All right, next we have those quad presses. Let's make our way down into a child's pose on the mat. Taking a breath here. Setting up, diamond under face, knees apart, elbows apart, pulling the floor away. Let's begin. You can work just with the upper body, or lower body can lift as well. Let's go. You can feel your force pushing into the center of the earth. Really use that breath. Commit to this. Energy out through the palms into the center of the earth. Give it to the earth. You got this. If you need to alternate between upper, that's just fine. Let's hop onto our feet and stand it tall. Yes. Breathing in, shaking it out. Awesome. All right. Next movement we have is our uppercut lunges. Keep taking that time to shake it off, lower the heart rate. Yes, let's begin. Here we go. Finding our stance and begin. Nice, fierce. Finding that ripping and crushing. Awesome, switching sides, quick switch, keep it going. Checking the alignment of your elbows. Almost there. As you're straightening in that back leg, squeeze that glute. Stepping it together, amazing job. Let's set the mace down. Taking a breath in, feeling your heart beating. And then shake it out. Last one. Taking our hands in this guard position, both thumbs facing towards the sky, crushing the mace here. All right, inhaling, lift, and squat, and repeat. Finding that nice long spine as you come to stand. Almost done on this side. Let's switch sides, switch the grip, keep it going. If your shoulders don't quite appreciate this shield cast yet, just stick with the squats. We're engaging the glutes as we stand. And rest. Woo, amazing job. You made it. Amazing work. Let's give ourselves a yes. Taking a deep breath in. Yes, 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 yes. Celebrate yourself. Let's prepare to take our heart rate. So taking your fingers, placing it on your neck, finding your pulse. You'll begin counting your pulse in 3, 2, 1, begin. And stop. Amazing. So take that number, write it on a piece of paper. After that, you'll times it by 4, and that is your estimated heart rate for that session. Gearing towards 70 to 75% max, or 80 to 85, depending on if it's a high or mod day. Woo, wonderful work. Let's plant our feet down beneath us. We'll flow with this new energy for a moment and then start to wind it down. So planting your feet, let's breathe in as we reach on up, collecting the energy. Exhale, drawing it in towards our center. Let's do this a few rounds. Tuning into the ground beneath our feet. Let's inhale as we reach on up. Exhale, folding towards the floor. You can bend your knees deeply. We'll inhale as we lift tall, reaching the spine forward. Exhaling, stepping back with the left leg. You'll drop the knee on the floor. We'll reach on towards the sky. Taking our right hand on top of our right knee, shifting our hips forward and then reaching over to the right. Stretching in those hip flexors we have worked and engaged. Finding length and breath. Intentional focus on slowing down the breath. You only have a few more minutes of this time for yourself, so committing to finishing strong. Let's reach back on up towards the sky. And then shifting forward, we'll slide that right foot on back, finding a child's pose for a moment here. Beautiful. Next, let's step our way forward with our left leg. Rising on up, low lunge on this side, breath here. Left hand on left knee, shifting the hips forward, and then reaching up and over to the left. Again, finding a few long, intentional breaths on this side. Amazing. Let's reach back up towards the sky and down towards the floor. Great. Let's shift ourselves onto our bottoms, reaching the feet towards the front of the room. We'll reach on up. As we inhale, exhale as you reach forward, and then reaching on back, your core will turn on, reaching back on up and over. Let's repeat a few of these forward fold rows. And then lastly, we'll reach up and over, forward fold for a few breaths. If being here works better for you and where you're at, you can stay here, straight arms. You can walk your arms forward, place them anywhere on your legs. No need to push this one, just finding 3 deep breaths in and out here. Great. Let's reach back on up. We'll slide ourselves forward, laying onto your spine, reaching the arms out to the sides. Let's take those knees left and right a few times. Great. Reaching one foot towards the sky. We'll take the ankle on top of the knee and then reaching the knee on up, finding a few breaths into the side of the hip. Seeing if you can relax the rest of your body here as much as possible. Great. Setting that foot on down. You can reach that foot towards the sky, give it a shake. Let's take our arms towards the sky as well, shaking them on out. Feel free to use your voice. Great. Switching sides, we'll reach that left leg tall, stacking ankle on knee. Slowly drawing ankle towards the center. Finding breath here. Excellent work. You can reach that foot back on up. Shaking it on our arms can reach as well. Great. Last one for the front of the chest. We'll plant the feet, finding bridge pose. Heels in towards the hips, lifting the hips towards the sky. Taking the hands, interlacing them underneath your back, and then gently rolling your shoulder blades close together so the front of the chest opens. Taking a few breaths into the front of the chest here. Slowly lowering down. You can rock those hips left and right, grabbing the knees into the chest. Deep breath in and out. Softening in the neck, in the jaw. Beautiful. Let's make our way up to a seated position. We'll find just a few breaths here with an upright spine. You can place one hand on your chest, perhaps one hand on your belly. Just tuning in to now your emotion body, physical body, mental body, energetic body, giving yourself appreciation for showing up today and just being with however you feel right here, right now. All is well. Wonderful work. See you soon.